What? It's patch day. It's patch day, it's patch day, it's patch day, guys. It's patch day. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Kryl has a wishful glint in her eyes. I trust you were able to get plenty of rest. Good. I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps, and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. I must admit my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Treno. It was heartening to see the Malala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in that levin-wrecked landscape. Sphene was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt that Alexandria will provide much-needed support to their neighbor. I too shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful, welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I'd say we've accomplished all within our power. I suppose that just leaves the matter of Preservation's reach. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his Dark Primal. And there is likewise much that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bear more fruit. Can you hear me? Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you care to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Shale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come and find us in the Deutero Lab when you're ready. Uncanny timing indeed. Let us make to the containment complex. What is game? Oh boy, I'm so glad you asked. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion, and also award-winning Stormblood expansion, and also award-winning Shadowbringers expansion and Nier Automata crossover up to level 80 for free with no playtime restrictions? Now on Xbox Series X and Nintendo Switch 2. Is this voiced? Please be voiced. Boy.
Ah, you're just in time for a progress report. The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents.
Hot. Shale is
Scan
hot.
of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor.
Also, I have a protein shake.
I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
The key! That was in the trailer, Forever Cold!
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala.
It's an Azam relic.
Just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required.
A ritual?
A process
sometime?
which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected.
Hi, Hoshi.
The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
Shale, you're so hot.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key.
Also, given that it's kind of like without rhyme or reason, I wonder if because it seems to be tied to Azem, if it goes where it wants because Azem would go where they wanted, or Azem would tend to go where they were needed most.
Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use, thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
She did.
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
Which is why it must stay in my back
For all
pocket.
we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope.
True.
Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yippee! Give me the crystal, I'll keep it in my back
What do you
pocket.
think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
True, we should work with it in its raw state. I'm sick of having this chalice in my fucking ass cheeks.
Give me a moment.
The design is reminiscent to the Aetherites from Elpis and on Mare Laurelentum. Eats it. Hop. Oh, Stola, what are you seeing?
My word.
You got games on your phone.
Ishtola?
Girl?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory.
How much aether does that thing
The sheer
have?
density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Oh shit. My comparison isn't unwarranted.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
It sucks to have knowledge! Also, I'm fucking up this pound cake.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
My ass cheeks hurt from holding it. It reminds me of Azem's crystal.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azem?
Yes. Primarily because it's colored the fucking same and they react to each other.
A plausible theory. although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
Yet unequipped to prove. Bitch, I saw the trailer!
My apologies.
Girl, did you not put that shit on silent before we got in here?
Hello? Yes, this is Cryo speaking. That was Ojika with a message for us.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex.
Oh, okay.
Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons.
Well, if we're at a standstill
Her
on the
tone
key...
suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Aww.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever
Not scrungly
indebted
this
to
time
you and
around.
your Oblivion
True.
colleagues.
Bro really fucked up his voice last patch.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us. For Alexandria.
I mean, it's likely
In the
that we're gonna
meantime,
come
I shall
back.
keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Thank you for doing...
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer,
Oh.
if you don't mind.
So should I just shove the crystal up my
You are
ass?
most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further.
Oh, okay, she's
With the
just gonna
utmost
stuff
care,
it between her
I assure
tits.
you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Graha and I have a very similar posture with the head forward. Just Oh dear. It occurs to me that I neglected to bring gifts from Terwal, considering the extra work they've had to handle in my absence. I dare say I owe them a veritable mountain of snacks, at the very least. I thought it best to hear what Ojika has to say ere we meet with Tataru. I do hope she is well. Is that a Xenos outfit? No, I'm just seeing things. Yoshi P gives me the side eye at the mention of Xenos. It's so funny that Yoshi P hates that bitch. When you're in a Xenos hating competition and your opponent is Yoshida himself. Welcome back. And what a pleasure it is to see you too, Rinha. Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. Of course, I felt it prudent given how troubled Tataru was. Your concern is much appreciated. As it happens, we'd reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shale and Yustola have matters well in hand, leaving us free to make the trip. That's a relief to hear. Now, let me fetch Tataru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you're all still fatigued from your journey. No, I just took an aetheryte here. Given how frequently Tataru is away on business these days, 'tis a small miracle we're in the same place as her at the same time. Only now is it beginning to feel like we've actually returned. Such fond memories within these four walls. Is this voiced?
Planning your next journey?
Yes!
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask.
This is so sweet.
Welcome back.
Tataru, harbinger of capitalism.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention.
Rumors?
Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star.
Oh, that's no good. But
I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void.
like Garlemald.
Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
And Razat-Han has the Void Gate beneath the
A
sea.
deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
A short while earlier in Teridium, my boy, my son boy, oh.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
Well, first off, we're not in Eorzea.
And for Garleans as well.
Ah, there we go.
Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding.
Why are we all still sleeping in the fucking subway?
Together.
Something awful is going to happen to that child. I don't know why, but I feel it in my bones. Hayudes. Hayules. Hee hee hee. Hayules. Hey, hi hi.
Thank you for sharing your tale.
That's just arthritis. I
Better to hear
probably
it
will get
firsthand than
arthritis.
endure my clumsy retelling.
Smiles
Your
big,
words
wide.
give me
No!
hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much.
I love how they were told to go on vacation, go have a good time, you know, all that good shit. And then they end up saving the world again.
And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
Girl, you did not have a vacation!
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolol.
Thank you.
They still don't have an official government yet, I don't
Sure
think.
you've recovered from your journey. It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Sir! Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
Uh-oh.
What?
Socium Squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection. Damn it. Is that another fisher? No, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose. Come on!
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilsabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you.
You know, I
I
jokingly
was
put
able
together...
to contact Thancred and Urianger too.
I
They're already on their
jokingly
way.
put together...
With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
I jokingly put together an outfit for the cold because I knew we were going back to Garlemald. I'm skipping that. We're just putting on the ass-kicking outfit. Been told Alphino and Alize have withdrawn to Territum to request aid on the front lines. They seemed intent on rejoining the battle once reinforcements were ready, but I shall tell them to wait for you to arrive. Money. As someone who loves Garlemald, I'm eating good this patch. And just like that, we find ourselves faced with another emergency. Fortunately, there is yet time for us to make a difference. Let us make haste. Oh, there's the quest marker. Everyone and their chocobo is here. Ah, Rinha, you've made it in time. Oop, I didn't mean to open Chrome. Go away.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are two focal points of their assault. The Ilsabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of void scent.
That's where we come in.
They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
Mm-hmm.
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
Enter with a party of NPCs, because there is no other way to do this. Into the Clytium. The pit of knives that hurts everyone is still here. But this music is cool, though. Uggy. How much of this building's destruction was from the Tempered, and how much is from the Void Scent, I wonder? Yoshi P, when are we getting Garlemald? When are we getting Garlemald fucking rebuilding? When are we getting it? When? Not if, when. Yes! I really hope people don't think I'm weird for being like, give me Garlemald restoration, give me Garlemald restoration. Because I still so vividly remember... I still so vividly remember someone telling me if I wanted to live somewhere sad and gray, that I should just live in Ishgard. Oh, you are one ugly son of a bitch. Your world is forfeit. Please be angry about something reasonable, challenge impossible. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so for that, your best bet is to just chill in the center, huh? There's something really funny about the battle design being, hey, stop moving your bitch ass for like a few seconds. Okay, off we go. Treasure coffer, let's see it. Let's see what the gear looks like. The first boss wasn't that hard. But then again, the first bosses are never usually like the stall point for a dungeon. It's usually the middle boss, if it has one at all. I haven't seen your model since the Void Arc. Gives Alphino a heart attack by not using my mitigations. Alphino's just like, can you lock the fuck in? Oh. Me after fucking up this entire pound cake. Okay, let's boogie. Hello? What in the Sonic character? Okay, that's fairly straightforward. Weird, but straightforward. He goes like halfway around the arena. Oh god, several fucking votes. The more I see this boss, the more I'm just like, oh, he's like me for real, for real. Big suck. Malthus. Master Manipulator. So these are your strings. Saw, dude. Let's go. I mean, you came into my house and call it my domain?
Let's give them a show.
Delicious tank buster. Now what the fuck are you doing here? I don't like that it's smiling. Stop that. Cease and desist. Stole Vance's coat like that? He was cold.
I think that's all of them.
Bites Euless, but like in the way that kisses can only do so
We
much.
need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over. I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
Uh-huh. I mean, I want to live here too, so... Thancred, you said you had your eye on it.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
What? What do you want, Malphus? That was a hot screenshot. You think we give a shit?
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate?
I mean, sure, I guess. It's either it goes home to the void, or it returns to the ethereal sea of the source and to the cycle, so... Euless is just aura farming.
You want to go back? To the void?
He's so pretty.
Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But
He's so
you would choose
pretty.
that dark, deathless place.
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place.
Oh, is it having like a cat's cradle in its on its face?
With the void. If only the winds would blow there, as they do here.
Oh.
I long to return, to see my home unsullied, as it once was.
It's giving me... It's giving Ganondorf at the end of Wind Waker vibes.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the void and devote yourself to
If they
its
wanted to stay in the
restoration.
void, why come to the source? True!
I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the void. I'm sure of it.
Euless? How are you in contact with Zero? Because last we saw, as the Warrior of Light, as the bitch who makes shit happen, we only knew that their efforts had just started. What do you know that we don't?
His soul is imbued with the will of all those I consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
I want to know what the fuck you're doing with those ships, dude.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Also, if you're hostile, ship will turn you into a fucking crystal. You're just letting it go! Euless, you're kinder than I am. But maybe that's his lesson learned.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
It was like, dude, what?
Oh,
Does he have a crush on her? Given this reaction, that's cute. Does he have a crush on Zero? That's cute. The ship will never sail, but you know.
Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Or maybe he's just balking at the praise.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
Hi, Euless. Reports have begun trickling in. By all accounts, the Ilsabard contingent was successful in containing the threat on their front. For Voight sent to attack in such numbers as we were finding our feet, I daren't imagine the consequences had you not provided such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you. A grave presentment. Something weighs heavy on Thancred's mind.
The Ilsabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear
I'm
to be
debating.
under control for the time being.
I'm debating fucking up the rest of this pound cake. I'm really debating it.
Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald.
Hmm?
Though
The
it has
moon?
since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open. A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
The moon!
Oh gods. The moon.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift.
Euless hearing this shit like, oh!
Might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry. Let us make for Bestway's burrow. I dare say the Loperids are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded.
Fuck the
Likewise, contact your stolen.
Babe!
Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
A number of my fellow Garleans now call Mare Lamentorum home. Alphino, Alize, please see they come to no harm.
We'll be back before you know it.
A quick word, if you will.
Yes. And a smooch, maybe?
I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her?
Is it food? Is it a bun? It's her lunch!
Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void.
Oh, that's cute.
She likes dumplings.
Oh. That's so cute! Ah!
We're doomed! Doomed, I say!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loperids too are beset with void scent.
No, their carrot supply is going down.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all! Yes, void scent, and lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
Well, time to dive in.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the void gate seems to have partially opened.
I will allow Euless and Zero shipping. If Euless is getting I will not apologize.
Living Ray dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion. But she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
Oh, I'm saved! I dread to think what would have befallen me if you hadn't intervened. Oh, I
Hi.
was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue.
I don't like that you rely on me to come do this.
Likewise plagued with void scent.
Yes.
If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest Loperid to ever live. I can practically taste the praise.
Girl, we have more shit to deal with than you wanting to stroke your ego.
Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void scent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater.
Ought to
Unless,
be.
of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through. I don't foresee any major problems.
You had to open your fucking mouth.
Oh, nope. We're doomed.
There you are.
Ah! Hi, Stola.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Nice. Ask and ye shall receive! You should go clip your response. Can someone use exclamation mark clip?
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Golbez's domain beyond the Void Gate.
Golbez's domain, yeah.
I wonder how he and Zero are faring.
Who knows? In we go. Hi, Zero. Only one way to find out. Huh? Oh my god, they do react to each other, just like the trailer! Oh, Y'shtola, don't you know I killed them? Oh my god, it's just like the trailer. The gift of ethos. Yours is a journey without end, conceived and guided by principle. Hold fast to what you must, and meet your fate without fear. Go forth, discover, unite the stars unto one. Let none bar your path. Ooh, pretty. So the crystal and the key respond to Azem's soul being present. They react to Azem's soul being present. Along with I'm forming thoughts. Thoughts are forming, but the cutscene continues. Hi. Oh, you ugly. Zero! She's so pretty. She truly is. Oh shit, they're actually still working together. That's so cool. 3 tanks! 3 tanks. Okay, okay. Let me piece together my thoughts. So, Azem's crystal doesn't actually have memories of Azem, just has their favorite spell, which calls them to their friend, or calls friends to them in times of need. The key can open portals to other reflections, and they only seem to resonate with Azem's soul, which is us. Am I piecing things together correctly? So if we have allies or friends or even reflections of ourselves in the other sources, or not other sources, other reflections, Is that how we're supposed to get to the fourth? A friend, or like, ow. Or we're holding the key and the stone and we hear voices of people in need? And I wonder if a previous incarnation of Azem made the key, or if the Malala found the key. A visit felt long overdue. He's so pretty.
Only you could be so carefree amidst all this. May as well make yourself useful.
Aye. That's the name of the key made?
Size appears to have made it a tempting target.
Oh. You're not symmetrical.
Hello. A dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean.
Hi, Golbez.
They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
I want her earring. I want her ear cuff. I know it won't work for all ears, but, you know.
You take care of NOO.
Right. As soon as he stops floating.
Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach.
Oh shit, she putting on Reaper? Oh, she's so hot. Yes! Yeah! Oh, she's so hot! Yes!
Voidsent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield. Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
She's so hot, she's so hot, she's so hot. Let's see, we got Edge, Edge, and Unga Bunga. You! Face me! Sup, bitch?
Who dares face me? A mere mortal.
Mere?
Hast thou come in search of power? Renown?
Nah, I just feel like kicking your ass.
I fight to end this world without end.
Oh, I missed my screenshot opportunity. Oh shit. Makes sense. Music slaps? Truly it does. Soken always cooks on his composing. Be still? No. Oh. Ow. Okay.
Accept your downfall.
Oh, so it's like an AoE that chases people? That's good to know. Meltdown, like the Vocaloid song? No, it doesn't actually. Okay, bye. I guess. Oh. Hello? Oh shit. That's a cool mechanic. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. Just as you get hit with Bombo Cla!
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with Enoa.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Your first try wiped on that DPS check. I wonder if I got paired with people who already saw the mechanics.
Light, protect us.
I will not yield my domain. Such is the power of the void.
Easy time following 0 for mechanics. Fair. I'll focus target her, I guess. I'm assuming his AoEs get bigger now. Oh no!
The void shall never cease to be. My power is absolute.
Oh. Everyone is following 0 and I'm just trying to figure out the mechanics. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Jesus. Oh, I may have killed that fucking healer. Oops. No, it doesn't actually.
Be still.
I just know I'm giving the healers an aneurysm. Meteor rain.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still.
I should be doing a runaround instead of trying to get the tick right.
Thus do all boundaries cease to live.
I was stood at the front. I did my job. Get him. Me has zero focus targeted, proceeds to not follow her during any of the mechanics.
They must be sealed away.
God, Zero, you're so hot. I'm free! And that void gate is closed! Fuck yeah. I mean, I can deliver that to Reen if you want. Dwippy! Oh!
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more void scent from passing through the gate?
Yeah.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Thumbs up. Void scent have been emerging from fissures across the source.
Cause for alarm indeed. Tell us more. So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate? For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, An explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt.
Yeah.
When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force.
Oh? Was it just natural?
Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
The source and its reflections are naturally...
This weakening could be happening elsewhere.
The source and its reflections are naturally wont to return to their original selves. The Asians were only accelerating the calamities that would have occurred naturally.
'Tis a possibility.
What of Razatan and Garlemald?
Garlemald is safe, and Vritra looks over Razathan, so...
Eulus took mercy upon the interloper.
Yeah. And the interloper actually should be seeking you out soon to join forces if he wants to actually change.
Whether Void Sent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home.
Oh yeah!
Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much.
I brought you lunch.
Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
Blah. That. I wonder if she can come with us.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Oh, maybe it is only for Azem's soul.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
Then how did the Malala use it to for a mass exodus?
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
I'm sorry, but I brought you lunch. Now seems an opportune time to give Zero the parcel Euless prepared for her. Zero. Hi. The key of yours intrigues me. Had my former self known of its existence, I might have sought different means to reach the source. I brought you lunch. Oh my god, wait. A paper parcel full of still warm dumplings packed with care by Euless. That's adorable. Here you go. That smell. Food, is it? Ah, I recall Euless speaking of the dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel and the fond memories. There is more than enough to share with Golbez. Now that he forgoes the aether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the sustenance. Sometimes I wonder what the void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more. Whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption. A heartening thought, if nothing else. She's so effortlessly hot. Zero has something to discuss with you. A beckoning from beyond. Oh. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon darkness in some time. In truth, I find light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we return to the Red Moon after sensing Inuo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek us out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Inuo defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. Good. We'll wait for you by the crater. Clank, 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 clank. They use the same fucking footsteps that they do for Xenos. That's funny. There's a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. I use it to travel to the surface in days long past, though I seldom had need once my generals were in place. Father returns. Don't call me father. That makes it sound like I'm a fucking priest. Herself crafted the device that I might lay low the servant of light. Ironic that we now use it in seeking to restore the light to the void. Our leader hath returned to us. You make it sound like I'm making a fucking cult. You did that. I have not made a cult. Yet. Though it was not always so, many who live here have now chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we may require more territory. Thankfully, we are able to harness the residual aether from Barbaricha's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as need arises. Right. We had best prepare for our potential guest. Join me in my abode when you are ready. If memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the Crystal Tower. Using the tower's cross-drift travel capabilities, light is then conveyed onto the 13th and into these devices. I have mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Hi, Galaxy!
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Gigi is now in my lap. So that'll just give ambient ether to this place. That isn't darkness. I love the little drippy mascot that they have. There he is. There's the bastard. I beat the fuck out of you on the source.
I did not expect to see you here.
He's so smug.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say.
Done with 14 stream, would you want to hang out? Maybe.
Abandoned by death itself,
I might want to nap or hang out with
what do we
wife.
have but time
Wife has
to
today
try
off.
And try again.
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
Thumbs up. So, do you think this...
and you shall have mine.
But I don't want to go back? That's fair. It would seem Ulysses' intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. Then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell.
Would you deliver a message to Ulysses for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
If they ever meet up again, she's Ulysses. I guarantee it.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us.
I wish there was aught I could do to help.
Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
Aww. I love Zero. Hug Rinha so badly, he's such a cutie pie. Teehee.
It appears he's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Who the fuck is that?
Wait. Is that...
It me! From a distance, it looked like a fucking Lalafell, so I was just like, who the fuck?
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Alize, you should be used to this by now. It happens a lot. Alize, it happens like every other patch.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended.
Yeah.
We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
Yeah.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either.
Hmm.
Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th.
Yeah, huh.
Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
It's possible that they're just naturally wanting to rejoin.
And who might you be? Not a Void-sent, I'd wager.
I think Red. He's so pretty.
Greetings.
Hi, Helmarut.
I am Helmarut of the Asians.
And why shouldn't we strike you down where you stand?
We are your sworn foes, I know.
But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
What the? Like you give us a
I was
choice.
willing to talk. Thank you for affording me a chance.
Cheers. There's Gigi hair on my
Bereft of
soda
the
can.
unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Also pat the Gigi. She is not beside me right now. She's
Yes,
chilling on Mom's bed.
That is correct.
Get fucked. Can I punt him? Can I please, 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 please let me punt him into the fucking gate. Let me punt him. Let me...
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Please, 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 please let me punt him into the fucking hole. Let me punt him into the crater. Let me do it. 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 Fucking cat.
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all. Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you.
I want to punt him into the crater.
You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
Yeah, fuck you. I will torch your body right now. I will switch. I will switch to machinist right now and use flamethrower right now. I will burn your fucking body.
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients.
Yes. We're fully aware.
As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more.
I was right. I was right. The natural will of the nature of the stars to want to be in its whole form. And this is why the Godless Realms era is going to have us rejoining what we can of the stars in a safe way. In a safe way, I hope.
Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards.
If it weren't for Hydaelyn, the rejoinings would have happened anyway.
Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment.
Oh.
All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole, and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth.
I hope so, because the Ascians were trying to force them to rejoin, so if nature wants it to be, there's gotta be a safe way. True, but also nature isn't always as forgiving as artificial means either. So it's possible we have to find artificial means for the rejoinings to spare humanity. Quote unquote humanity. Man, I guess, would be the better way to phrase it. Nature is harsh, yeah. I imagine the only way to survive the rejoinings would be off the star, no?
Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
So instead of entropy, we're gonna be...
For a moment we believe you. How can you possibly know all this?
So instead of entropy, we're gonna be fighting the Big Bang? Alright. Cue the dramatic music.
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark.
It's very pretty.
The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course.
But if it's what she's saying she's seen, can we even trust her on that? It depends on what her stated goals are. Because if her goal is essentially to cease the rejoinings entirely and essentially create a new Hydaelyn, then that would be that she's wanting to fight for her own preservation, hence the name of the organization. But if she wants to hasten the rejoinings, which it doesn't sound like that's what she wants, then it would be different.
So many seeds of life have already been lost. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come.
Yes. With or without us, the morrow will come.
But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased.
Damn, sucks to suck, I guess. My indifferent ass should not be the Warrior of Light.
I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak. His is
Blank
a proud
slate
tale
time.
in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
I want to punt him so bad.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one.
So the stars have to be safely rejoined.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
Hello? What are you doing here?
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
What? You just have his scythe, right? It's just his scythe, right?
Wait!
Can I keep it? Hey! Give that back! Hello, Chekhov's gun. There you are. One moment, you were standing before me, and the next you all vanished into thin air. Thanks to you all, the void scent had been eradicated, and the gate lies sealed once more. There's been nary a peep from the crater. Though, I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? The star seeks to become whole. But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Heidelin made no mention of the natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records records. But not before thanking you for dispatching the void set so handily. You will truly save the day. No! No! No way the patch is over already! Alphino continues to grapple with Halmarut's disclosure. The implications of the solstice and the winter schemes, as well as our approach moving forward, will take some time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. And by we, I mean all our fellow scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tataru and the others would be happy to meet us there. A fine idea. In many ways, our return is long overdue. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections. There's no way that Xenos is actually alive, is there? To the Rising Stones. There's no way he's actually alive. It's so funny to me that every time people bring up Xenos, Yoshi P is just like, shut. Nary a thing has changed since we last gathered here. No doubt Tataru is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Speaking of whom, she and a great many of our comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a while longer. Yes, Urianger?
Long it hath been since last we gathered here.
Yes. My ears clipping into the...
Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only. Thereafter, we did largely operate independent of one another.
But still toward the same goal.
All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Sir, I beg of you, stop eating a lexicon.
Apologies for our delay.
Boulder!
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with, but we're working on it.
Girl, how the fuck do you not know where he is? How? You have managed to find him every single fucking time. How do you not know where he is? Alphino, do you have his link pearl?
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Ah.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savour our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments. Will you apprise us of the details?
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good, gamers. Something about a solstice and the star wanting to naturally rejoin, and it would spare nothing. Life would begin anew from the primordial soup.
The Winterers and the solstice.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear.
I'm so glad they're involving, like, the quote-unquote B team of the Scions. I'm so glad. Does that mean we get Fordola? I know she wasn't officially part of the Scions, but Fordola, maybe? Smiles? Smiles?
Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
Yeah.
In light of the recent Void Sense incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the source and the reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation...
Will sacrifices have to be made?
Then what can we possibly do?
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
If she was, she wouldn't have had us kill her.
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
When she had us fight her, it was only in so much that we would be able to stop the Endsinger. Not necessarily stop this. And it's also... And even if she did know about it, it's possible she didn't know to the extent to which it would happen. I don't think she had any way of knowing. As much as quote-unquote all-knowing Heidelin appeared to be, at her core, she was still just a person.
Indeed. Not even Heidelin could be expected to foresee everything. And with her gone, we have only speculation.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession.
Okay.
After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
Listen, I'd let you if you could. Even after discussing the revelations concerning Calyx, there is a great deal to share. 'Tis difficult to know where to begin. Hearing our comrades' tales reminds me of my efforts to master pictomancy. We've all come so far, striven so hard. Aenor and I were training in Gridania when the Void Scent attacked the Twelveswood. Thankfully, we were able to fend them off with the help of the twin adders. When I heard the invasion had already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation. And ordered a confidential report sent to the other Scions. That's why Tataru was so quickly appraised. Thank you, we were able to make haste for Garlemald. While circumstances and duty may keep us apart, we remain bound by our common purpose. Indeed, may that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again. Clemens. Oh, Aenor. I'd hoped you'd come to your senses, but I see you're still in the throes of withdrawal. The brothers are reunited, yet a distance between them persists. How cruel fate has forced me to choose. What? Judging by your guise, Clemens, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Charlian astrology. At one point, I considered exploring other healing arts, but decided to persevere with a more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I didn't think I'd be much use on the battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target. So solely bereft of brotherly ministrations as I am, I knew you still required constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. It makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. It seems our colleagues have much to catch each other up on. I shall have to brew some tea. I helped repel the Void Scent incursion in Lapis Manolis. Fighting off fiend-controlled Cholate is something I won't rush to relive, but it was nonetheless good training. This latest development is indeed a shock, but I am heartened to see not a single face clouded with despair. Remained in Corvos to monitor the situation among the Garleans and the Corvosi. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled, we were able to return. I understand the Garlean community has made great strides in improving relations with other peoples. Hearing that, I feel renewed zeal to resolving the issues in Corvos. Then perhaps you'd like to hear more about the Garleans' accomplishments from me and the twins. It might stoke a fire even hotter. Hi, Hexen. Yes, I'm being a nerd and playing Final Fantasy XIV on patch day. Tataru is ever considered a facilitator. Grateful I am to refrain from weighty discussions and simply converse with old friends. After Urianger and I went off on our own, we decided to spend some time exploring Jacques Tural. We never had the chance to visit during the Rite of Succession, you see. Only served to reinforce just how diverse Tural really is. We also met with the Wallachie. Though we had not the time to study their arts at length, we are privy to several intriguing demonstrations. Aww. Suffice to say, we still have plenty to see on that continent. I should very much like to return given the chance. Don't worry about me, I'm sure you've plenty to discuss with these old faces. 'Twas by no means an easy decision, but the solstice is now our paramount concern. Alize and I have opted to formally withdraw from our efforts in Garlemald. After all, anything we can do to protect the world will also keep the Garleans safe. Euless and his comrades have already been working towards a brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see a path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed. In the meantime, let us prepare a letter to Euless and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hand. Oh, much more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're overdue for a proper break. The peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable at Dawn's Respite. I don't want the patch to be over.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own, he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Hello, Chekhov's gun.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential.
What if I kill you again?
You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information.
What if I kill you?
Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another winterous plan.
Why are you telling me?
Our destination is the fourth.
Why are you telling me?
A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
Why? Why tell me where you're going?
I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway.
I can't take you seriously in that body, dude.
What Halmerud said to you earlier.
I can't take you seriously in that form, I'm
She
sorry.
suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world. Fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is constantly consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
History is written by the victors, after all. What the fuck kind of shit are they doing? True! If shattered stars are doomed to mend, how turns the key to winter's end? Yoshi P? Me want more movie! Me want more movie! Me want more movie! Me want more movie! Ah! Me want more movie!